Uh, Hello. Hello, and welcome everyone. Let's kick off today's webinar with a story. One of my friends has been working on his startup for the last 5 years. He's an artist and he started teaching people offline. No doubt. All right. So, no doubt he was from a non technical background. Everything went well till the pandemic hit. The world went to sleep all of a sudden. And the biggest challenge for people all around the globe was to survive. My friend was no different, but he was really worried about his startup, which just had started blooming, and he had no clue what to do. Then, after quite a long talk one day, he decided to go online. And here's the few things he needed to assure. The site should be user friendly, it should be cost effective, it has to be ready in the shortest possible time, and there should be a chance for his clients to pay online. And at this point, he did what most of us do, talk with the developer. But here's the catch. The developer asked for 2 months of development time with a huge amount of money. His dream was almost shattered till he came to know about page builders and frameworks. He was worried at first, like whether he could do it or not on his own, but somehow he started working on it. And with zero knowledge of how actually a website works, he built quite a satisfactory one. Satisfactory in this sense that he liked it. Then he talked with one of our mutual friends who is a developer by profession, and within a week of scrutinization, his website got ready to go. Since then, he has been doing great, and he has been earning hundreds of thousands of cash online. Of course, this is one of the many success stories we have. There might be some catastrophe as well. So, good day, everyone. Welcome to our webinar today. My name is Muntasir, and I am the marketing specialist at JoomShaper. How page builders and frameworks can help your business go global. You can already smell what today's webinar is all about, right? Well, by the end of our time today, we hope you get more confident and every confusion or misunderstanding you have till now about page builders and frameworks will permanently go away. The most important thing, the recorded version of today's webinar will be available on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel later on. So you can share the webinar links with your friends and they can check it out on demand anytime. We are super excited to talk about today's topic. We want every one of you to join with us actively and share your thoughts in the comment section. During the session, if you have any questions, please type them into the chat window. We will address them during the QA. And here's the thing, JoomShaper has been in page builders and framework industry for the last 12 years, and it's been an era, but the journey was not always smooth, I prefer to say it was a bumpy ride with lots of excitement, and thousands of customers are actually growing. They have been growing with us, and witnessing our customers go global and expand their businesses by opening an infinite number of possibilities. I am running short of words how to express the feeling. So, without further ado, we have a very special guest joining us today, and it's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker who has been using Joomla CMS for the last 8 plus years, and he has been with us for more than 6 years, and he is an active and helpful face in SP Page Builder and Helix Framework community. He is going to talk to us about page builders and frameworks and how these tools helped him to grow. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Arun Sasi, lead UI UX of a reputed IT company based in India. So, Arun, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Muntasi?
Yeah, I'm doing great. So, how is the day so far?
It was pretty good. So it was lively day. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, you have been with us for the last 6 years. So, can you
Yes.
please tell us what do you actually do?
I mean, by profession, I'm a web UI designer. Most of them using creating the website. So I have almost 15 years of experience in the industry, IT industry. So I was using Joomla, as you said, for last 8 plus years, and been using JoomShaper products for last 6 plus years.
Okay. So as you said that you are a UI UX designer, so why do you need page builders or frameworks and something like that? Do you build websites?
Yeah, I build website from out the where the company I'm working for,
Hmm,
and
hmm.
I'm also helping people, other people, for creating their landing pages as well. For a design perspective, I mean, for a customer perspective like that, they don't have, as you said, your case study on the intro. Like there is a person was there and he need to develop for 2 months time for developing a website, unless he knows that a page builder was there. So even designer, I mean, normal design knows how to have a tool that he can come and because he is a visualizer, so he knows the design there. So if it's a handy tool that you can drag and drop all the contents there and make the website uh, within a short span of time. So there, that's place the SP page builder or mini page builder on the I mean, like on the JoomShaper, because this era is right now going on no coding platforms. Uh, Most of the people or the designers are using no coding platforms, even creating um, not for the website, even for creating the mobile apps. There are many builders are available in the market. So that's, I mean, there is the page builder is SPB is playing a major role in the market.
Okay, but I can understand that, but sometimes we have the feeling that page builders and frameworks might not can build a website, fully functional websites or dynamic websites. So that we need to go through a development process, or we need to get a hand of a developer. Do you think that this is right, or what's your thought on that?
That's a difficult question. I mean, first of all, when you are developing or designing, you're creating in the website, first of all, you understand what you are going to design and what and for whom you are going to develop. So based on that, you can plan. Is this page builder can? I mean, page builder can how far push the limit, and sometimes he may need to. I mean, in my company also, I have override the default SPV3 add-ons actually for my work. So, so if you have a little bit of, I mean, I am not a fully coder, but I try to learn new technologies wherever the possible comes for to, because I need to make the website right. So I will try to find some other options to override the add-ons, or maybe clubbing 2 or 3 add-ons, emerging one. First of all, make sure that, as you said, that if it's a dynamic website, SPP3 can handle. But if you're talking about e-commerce website, but I'm not talking about the e-commerce website, because I saw that SPP has, I mean, Joomshaper has already announced that e-com is coming through. So I mean, I'm happy to hear that. I mean, when I saw the blog post I mean, the alert, I was stunned that SBP is coming with something. Because in fact, uh, if you ask any feature that you request more, then I instantly sell that in an e-commerce thing. That's it. But it's coming on. I mean, it's cooking in your lab. I hope that could be a good feature for the all the SPB users in the world.
Well, as you already talked about the e-commerce announcement, it was a big announcement for us, and we guess that people gonna enjoy it, people gonna love it. But we have been going through a lot. We have our management have a lot of meetings and decisions, like developing a product and adding it with SP Page Builder Pro is not that much of a easy thing, right? So we will definitely talk about e-commerce later today. What are the products you were using so far from JoomShaper? Helix framework. SP Page Builder
SP
playlist?
Eventum, property template, SP LMS, I mean, some other events as well. I mean,
Okay,
so many extensions, I mean, SP portfolio, I mean, many of the extensions. I mean, even before launching the SPB, I mean, as a page builder, I was using only Helix framework. I mean, then I think it's 2015 to, I mean, 2015, I think, is 2014, I think, in fact, SPB has been announced. So I got an early opportunity to get the alpha package at that time. So when I saw that thing, I mean, I was stunned when it was released, the SPB, the first version, because at that time there is no such a thing. I mean, there are page builders are there, maybe on the market, but it was very efficient there. I mean, slowly it moved from the editing side. I mean, helping the developers or the designers to create the website in quick succession.
I see. Uh, so you have been with us from the very beginning of the journey of SPP Page Builder. So uh, you have seen SP Page Builder 3. You have been using SP Page Builder 3, and as of you know that we have announced SP Page Builder 4, and we are now on version 404. So what's your thought on that? Like, how was your SP Page Builder 3 experience? First, tell us that.
I mean, in fact, SP Page Builder 3 is pretty much good. I mean, in and out explain even for the backend or the front end editing. I mean, I can see in the community there are so many threads sharing about the backend editing, the front end editing is there. But I mean, in my view, this is my personal view. Maybe many of the viewers are listening this. Maybe they won't agree, but I try to check some of the other platforms. I mean, I'm not saying about the CMS platform. There are all other online CMS SaaS based websites are listing up with their own page builder, where it is called a no coding platform. So there, the any designer, I mean, maybe a small student who knows how where to place or visualize the things, they can come and drag and drop the elements and build the website instantly. They don't need to write any a single code there. They need to give some like the margin or padding. I mean, where the adjustments done. Then the responsive breakpoints and upload the pictures, images, give the colors, and instantly uh, the design in the means the website is ready. So, I mean, I have tried, I mean, experienced many of these kind of online front end editing page builders. So I don't feel a bit difficult for me to adapt from back end to the front end. Because when even if I say that the back end was very good, I mean, if I say that I love back end, but the thing is that when you come in SPB3 in the front end, sometimes we need to go to the back end for doing some areas. Maybe like the if you have a multiple row inside a row, they, I mean, you have a padding over there. You can't I mean, you can catch the settings of the parent row. So some difficulties. That at that time I mean, I used to go to the back end and do the editing. But when I test, in fact, I mean, I'm developing a website in the SPB4 as well. I mean, it is not still live. I have created instantly. I created that website in SPB3. Then I migrated that to the SBB4. Here and there, some issues was there, but it was sorted out. It was not a only thing, but whenever a new things come, there will be a small hesitations to be catch up. But which I know that because I have been using this kind of about testing this kind of front end editors, I couldn't find any difficulties. But if any person who were using mostly from the back end, they may find difficulty. Maybe from the JoomShaper team, I request to create more and more tutorials how to do this. Then educate the people will help eventually to move to SPV4. As you said that SBB3 was a fantastic tool as a page builder. And I mean, if I say share an experience, customer experience, I can quote some of them. In the, I mean, world largest airline consortiums were using SPB. I introduced them SPB page builder for them. In fact, they were using .NET SharePoint for their um, event website. So
Wow.
I got a chance to meet up with them to get in. So then I introduced them the Joomla and SPP page builder. And if I say they were not using the backend of SPP3, they were using fully front end editor. And they have created almost 14 even website in last 2 years using SPP page builder. So they were very happy. I think even SB4 also maybe they will try. I didn't even check it, but I can see that. For my customers as well, they are using front end editor for their creating their lead generation campaign. Because even SPB page builder will come up with, I mean, layouts. More many layouts are also there. I mean, pre-made blocks also there. So they help, I mean, for a normal user to create a landing page instantly, they don't have to be designed. They have some design on your mind. So if any marketing department says that I need a landing page within a day, and there is no designer support, if he is brilliant, I mean, there are many online tools available in now to editing. So no need of Photoshop of all those kind of things. I mean, online tools are available there. So likely even a marketing team or a single, I mean, a small startup team to develop a landing page for their marketing SPP3 front end can, I mean, using the front end, they are creating the templates for marketing. So these are the use cases which I can say that those who are using the front end editor, but there are people using backend as well. If I call back when JoomShaper introduced, I think it's in SBB3 itself. I think the front end editor, or SBB3, I believe. I don't remember. I was stunned. Oh, what front end editor? How I am going to manage? Because on the journey for the couple of years, I was only looking for the back end, and when come to the front end, and the interactions also was there. So when if you need to go to do the if you need to do some interaction, you need to go to the front end. So it was a horrible experience at the first time. To initial hiccup was there. So then I found out, because as I said, I tried to learn or search from the other platform what is happening on the industry. So every day new things are coming up, new platforms are coming up. So we need to be catch up with this, and we need to try find some time to learn from this. So then I understand there are many these kind of online website builders are coming with only front end editor. They don't have a back end editor. I mean, as I said earlier, even with Google Sheets, you can create mobile applications with the drag and drop technology. You don't have a database. Okay, the Google Sheets will be as play as a database, and the now coding platforms just call the Google Sheet into the platform, and you can drag and drop all the components where you want. Then the pictures will come up, all the data will come up. So that kind of technology is available in the market. So my humble request to all the SPB users, maybe try. Maybe I will also try. I mean, I am also planning to share some my knowledge in SPB before I am testing it for the time being. I have a small YouTube channel. Some of me people may know that, some may not. And for the last couple of years, I haven't uploaded anything because of my busy schedule. But this year, I was planned something SBB4 to educate. I mean, for the community to learn how to use this. So let's hope I can. I mean, it's my thing, so I will find some time to create, because already I am creating a website. So I am planning to create that website as a benchmark to build a website from scratch using not an even template. I'm using as a scratch. So I will share my experience through my YouTube channel, or maybe even the community I can share.
Yeah, it will definitely be helpful for the community if you upload some good and beautiful tutorials for them. And we wish you all the best for your YouTube channel. But here's the thing: you shared some case studies, and I want to pick up some lines from the case studies. That one thing you said that in SP Page Builder 3, uh, whenever you need to drag and drop something, or you need to add inner rows and add some padding and margins, then you need to go to the back end and uh, change the settings, right? But as we already have layers panel in the front end in SP Page Builder 4, so you can do all of these things
Yeah.
from the front end, right? So does it actually bother the people to change the settings from the front end? What do you think? And does it actually bother you?
I mean, I was comparing the testing with SPP3 and SPP4. I mean, SPP4, the most important feature is layers panel. I mean, if you have, I mean, most of the UI design online platform, right? Even for the any design platform, we have a layers kind of thing. So with the layers, and even for the layers, you have a settings. I mean, you don't need to come over there for single row or inner row. You have from this layers itself, you can adjust settings. So that's a brilliant feature that introduced in the SBB4. So even SBB3 it was not there, but in SBB4, when I compared testing that SBB4, but from that layers panel, I mean, is as you said that there is no issues like to go back to the back end or anything. I have tested that because that was the first thing I have tested, because when I incur, I mean, these are the types of issues. I mean, it's not the issues. Maybe it was my design need to do that. Maybe some people don't find it. Whatever things which I encountered past in SPB 3, I have almost 80 percentage I have tested. So the 20 percentage rest is remaining. Overall, I am happy with SPB4, but eventually I can see that JoomShaper team is working tirelessly to improve SBB4. I mean, the major thing which I noticed that, as I said, that when I migrated that the page from the SBB3 to SBB4, I found that is, I mean, there's a dr- drastic improvement in the page loading time as well. I think some magic has been happened over there in the SPB4 backend.
With that saying, thanks to our development team, our design team, and whoever, like content team, business dev team, who worked very hard day and night out to make it happen. And about the page loading time,
Sorry, I mean, sorry to
yeah,
interrupt you.
please,
I will
please,
say
please,
that it
please.
is the community. I mean, the community also. I think many people has been posted in our Facebook page and the feature requests. I can see that sometimes the PM from your developer team or the marketing team has been asked for the feature request. I mean, which I recall that when I started my YouTube channel, my second video, third video was the Loti animation. So I created a video for how to integrate Lottie animation in SBB3. Um,
Okay.
After seeing that video from the JoomShaper, I have got a message saying that we are going to yeah, create an add-on. So I didn't thought that. I mean, I thought that it
Lottery
will come in
animation, that's what you
SBB3,
are talking
but in
about, right?
SBB4, Lottie animations was there. So um, more, I mean, my request is that I mean, people for the community push more requests and pressure the JoomShaper team to bring more and more add-ons.
Yeah, we always love to hear from our people. We always love to hear from our users, and we actually care for them because they're the users, and they use the tools, they use the products for their development, for their business to grow. And it's of no use if the people are not happy, right? So we will definitely think about it. We have been thinking about it, and we would like to talk to the people every time. we got a chance. With that saying, Arun, let me ask you that 6 years ago, when you started your journey with us, did you have any knowledge of web development or anything of that sort?
No, as I said, I'm purely a UI designer. So, I mean,
Okay.
I have no experience with the thing, but eventually I landed it with the Helix and the JoomShaper team. I mean, the products. In fact, sometimes I have asked help from the your customer team as well. Many of them has been helped me to make and understand how to use it or change the code files. I mean, and the support was very supportive. Support team was very supportive for me as well.
Awesome. Awesome. So you were talking about the support team, right? So we have the dedicated tech support team apart from the Facebook community for the users. Uh, so how would you rate our tech support team? Like, have you contacted them randomly, and how the
Yeah,
response?
yeah. I have a personal account and my company. I mean, whenever wherever I work with, they have created their own account for SBB. I used to contact with the forums, and even for the. I mean, I rarely use the community, but the forum on the website, and they have been. I mean, within a day time they will, or maybe it's in a huge issue sometime, they will take 1 or 2 days, but I can understand because that's my complicated things will be there based on the, as you said, based on the complicated, but I always get 100% of response. Good luck. I mean, maybe they are working hard as a support agent over there. If I say that they are tirelessly working on the thing, I can see that if anyone is posting, I can see that not from the support team. I can see, I think Chris over there. I think Pavel is over there, and so many community people are here there in the forum to support the our Joomla. I mean, not JoomShaper community. So that's a strength. I mean, even if there is a not support team, but there are other people outside, the JoomShaper. So I can see, because I was trying to search one. I think yesterday or day before yesterday, I was searching one item in the forum. Have anyone posted that query? I mean, I found that query, and I mean, in fact, it was not from the support team. It was the first answer from the community have been answered, and the second and support team has been backing him, saying that you can check with his solutions. So I think that's a power, or maybe that's the togetherness of the JoomShaper community.
Yeah, that's the power of the community, right? And undoubtedly our support team and the support agents are working very hard, but sometimes it take might longer time to get a response for a ticket, and it might be happen due to heavy ticket loads, ticket queries, or there might be sometimes much more complex issues that need some time. So apart from this, they are wonderful people. Our support team are wonderful people, and the support agents, they are actually very helpful, and they try their level best to help our users. And by saying that, if you could implement one new feature to Helix Ultimate, uh, what would that be and why, Arun?
Okay, the Helix Ultimate.
That's a tough question, right?
It was a tough question, but I have a couple of them in my mind, but it is not coming on right now. Maybe I think the Mega Menu Builder. I think it's in the Helix 2, before the Helix 3. I think there is an
Yeah.
option for creating tabbed menu structure, that
Mhm.
you can create tab menus. So right now it can create using the help of modules. But in the latest version, I mean, it was previously there. It was previously where there with the Helix. It was right now. I think from the Helix Ultimate, I think it is missing over there, or maybe before that. I think it is the first Helix 2, or I think it's Helix 2. There was an option for the tab menu structure. Also, even in the menu, suppose we have a menu of drop down of 10 items, suppose drop down maybe from the parent menu to secondary menu. If you have a 10, 11 menus, I need to shift that into 5, 5, 5, 15, suppose into a columns. I can choose that 5 menus on the first column, 5 menus on the second column, and the next 5 on that column. So it was possible on the previous version of the Helix, but it is not in the latest Helix Ultimate. If that two features can bring, so it will helpful for the many users to build the mega menu with the tab menu structure. So I can see. I mean, if you go through the JoomShaper template, I think the tab menu, I think JoomShaper has been customly created for the news template with the tab menu, business, I mean the finance kind of thing. In you hover, that depends on that, the sub navigation and the sub modules will be listed. I think it's custom development, but in the default Helix, it is not available. And one more request is that right now I mean, maybe I will give more requests.
No, please,
The
please, please carry on.
block layouts. I mean, something like grid layouts, mastery layouts. I mean, the complicated. I mean, something kinds of you can choose multiple blog layouts, how it should be. So right now it is only one kind of layout. I mean, we can override the template and you can create. But if there is an option that many options how your blog should be look like, maybe the blog article page and the blog listing page, how the thumbnails position, so that kind of predefined templates were there, it will be more convenient for the users, so that it will not look similar maybe, and little bit freedom to override that the template options as well.
Okay, so let me guess this right. You were talking about dynamic content or something similar, sort of,
No, 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 not a dynamic content. I mean,
right?
so right now, I mean, I have created a blog. Okay. Suppose in
Mm-hmm.
the job paper, you have a category of SPB page builder, Helix, XP extensions. And from the article, you have a leading article, the columns, and how many links were there. And based on that, the thumbnails has been there. So right now, if you look into the JoomShaper blog listing, one leading and the other things, so it could be like I mean, if you can give a blog layout, kind how the blog landing pages layout, like a mastery or
So
a grid
different
layout.
layouts for the blocks, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
because I mean,
That's the one.
because there are components. I mean, there are components available in the Joomla. There, when you install that, we can have a multiple template options over there, because they are dedicated to block components. But I am not saying that Helix is not a. I mean, Helix is a framework, but the other components is focusing only on block components. So when you install that, you will get tons and tons of template options. So the you can play around with it. You can customize that template, a layout option. So how many? It could be a grid option. It could be a mastery layout. It could be a 2 column, 3 column, and you can switch the header image. I mean the intro image to the downside. So that kind of maybe predefined kind of template where you can choose the block layout.
Okay, so these are the two things you want to ask for
Yeah,
as a
there
feature
are many.
for
There
the
are many,
reselling,
but
right?
there are many, but right now I limited into two.
Okay, then here's another tough question for you. If you could implement one new feature to SP Page Builder 4, then what would that be and why so?
The first one was the e-commerce system. I mean, it's coming, so I can't
Okay, it's in
I
development.
can say
Yeah.
that. The next one could be something kind of a UI system. Maybe you can predefined some buttons, button length, hover animation, so you don't need to, because I can see that you can copy paste the style over there, where, or you can save the add-ons, but instead of that you can go a system settings where you can have the default font style. I mean, right now, if you see, for a larger screen for a heading, you suppose the font size is about 50 or something. When it comes to the
Mhm.
mobile screen, then it comes to the 20 or maybe 30. So every time I need to go and edit it, like, depends on the any other pages. So if it's come like a component kind of thing, where, I mean, the designers maybe know that, for if you're using XD or Figma, we can have a component, and we can create that component, like, you can give specific figures. For the larger screen, it could be like of 50 pixels. When it comes to the 20, smaller screen, it could be 20 pixels. So you need to overdo that. I mean, even right now in SPB, I think save add-on is option is available, but when you
Mhm.
copy that
Yeah.
save add-on, but every page you need to edit it. But if you have a parent component, you go there and edit the sizes, it will reflect the all pages. So that will saves
Okay.
more time for for creating the components. They can copy paste, I mean, they can drag and drop there the any pages, come to the single page, web pages, or single component view, and you can control over there, and you it will reflect on the other pages instantly. So it will be maybe a good feature. I don't know how difficult to implement that. Maybe I don't know, is there any other users has been asking for that kind of similar kind of thing? I don't know. Is there any feature request
Let's
has
see.
been
Let's
coming
see.
like
Let's
this?
see what our developers can do about it, and they will definitely look after that if it's
Yeah,
sorted,
it's kind
right?
of a global component system. I mean, maybe like a paragraph or heading or anything. I mean, those components which you reusing most throughout the website. So you can create a global component system. From global component system, you can drag and drop to the any pages. If you need to control that component, you just go to the global component and edit it. And if you want to detach, I mean, there should be some freedom also. If you want to detach from the global component, there should be an option for the detach option. I mean, maybe the designers or UI people will get and understand, which I am currently saying. Maybe it is not currently not available in SP4. Maybe it will be looking for confusing, but it is a good feature if you have a component kind of thing on the SPB3, and you can control from a single point, and it is a very good feature.
So adding the global component feature is what you are asking for, right?
Hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
awesome, awesome. So we will definitely look after that. Well, for someone wanting to take their businesses online uh, with no prior development knowledge, definitely, what Joomla products would you recommend them to get started?
First one, I think, from my experience, first of all, install the Joomla, go and download SPB, maybe Helix Quick Start Pack. Maybe the Helix Quick Start Pack will get an understanding how the system is working. Or if he don't have a time, you can simply download the Helix and install the SPB3 or a 4. I believe SPB3 will have support for coming upcoming
For
three
the
years
3
as well.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 years. So I mean, based on your time, you can go for SPB3 or SPB4. Install that. Install any layout bundles instantly. You can start, or there are a lot more add-ons are available. Predefined blocks are also available. For a small business, I think most of the business, I think 50 or 60% of the business has been covered on the layout blocks, I believe. Is it? I think
Yeah.
lawyers, hospitals, I think farmers, electricians. I think many of the layout bundles has been created. So based on your need, you can go and download the layout bundles instantly. You have the website. Only thing is you find a hosting and a domain name, publish it. And next one is rather than the JoomShaper, you need to have a backupping system. As I honest, I can see Akiba is a good tool for backupping thing. And make sure you have a small understanding of SEO thing, and because right now the market SEO is the king. I mean, so you need to make sure that you have done everything for the SEO. Maybe there are free SEO as extensions are also available, and paid extensions are also available. Make sure every time you have do that doing anything on the updating or anything, before that make sure you have take a good backup of the website and then play it around, and that's it.
Yeah, taking a backup, it's a very important part of developing a website, or when anyone upgrade any products on their website, it's ideal thing, basically, to take a backup of their previous works. And sometimes we forget to do so, and somehow maybe we lost some of our very important tasks, which we shouldn't do. We should actually take it very much carefully to take a backup. And Akiba is definitely a wonderful tool for Joomla. Apart from that, yeah, please, Arun.
Maybe I can list down my tool. I mean, Joomla tools which I am using. I mean, the plugins or SEO.
Mhm.
First one is Joomla. Then on top of that, it will be Helix, SPB Page Builder, JCH Optimize. Then I convert forms are there, and I'm also using SH40 and for SEO as well. There are other tools also on the market. You can find it out, but these are the two the extension or the plugins which I am using currently. I feel maybe there are difference of opinions, or maybe users are using other extensions on top of the Joomla. Maybe as personally, they can also share into my in the community, so that I can also learn from that.
Yeah, and there's one more, uh, another important thing that you have already shared, and which is SEO. We have sometimes seen that people build websites with page builders and frameworks, and they somehow cannot get in top of the SERP rankings, and then they came to us and asking for it, like, what's wrong with your page builders, what's wrong with your frameworks, why don't I get into the rank, into the top of the rank of SERP? But it's not always because of the page builders and frameworks, and in most cases page builders and frameworks have nothing to do with it. It's all about the SEO and the basic knowledge of SEO, how it works and how you can rank in the SERP ratings. And of course, uh, uh, without being in top of the SERP ratings, what's the use of having a website, having a business website, right? But we have to maintain some instructions. We have to follow some instructions. We have to maintain the good rankings as well. We have to follow the rules, right? So it's a basic practice to have some SEO knowledge, or at least if we have none, then we can uh, talk to some of them who are actually SEO experts and who can help us through it, right?
I mean, if I say I'm not saying, I mean, many of the SEO experts in the market, I don't know, from here, from which in India, I can say they don't like, in fact, Joomla. In fact, Joomla. I mean,
Okay.
because last year, when I talked to one of the top SEO companies, and there I am not naming them, they're saying you are not using a proper CMS system. You need to use the other CMS system. So that is very useful because he knows only that. I mean, he learned only that
So,
CMS system.
so
He
that
knows
was
only,
his limitations, right?
yeah, his limitation, that's how the, I mean, maybe he had learned, maybe his community, I mean, they are not focusing on the other CMS. They will say that there are plenty of other plugins are there available, it will be installed and your page ranking will be there. So then then I got say that there are many other website. I mean, how you could say that if a website is developed in a PHP or in a pure Java or maybe React, then how you will measure it? Then he have no answer. So if any CMS comes on the play, he will say though no, Joomla can't do the SEO, but Joomla can. I mean, in fact, the Joomla 4 has a pretty much good version for the SEO as well. I can see the rankings. I mean, I have a host published almost 13 website using Joomla 4, and it is ranking pretty much on the web. And the only thing is that many of the people are using many extensions, maybe the third party, not the extension, third party ACO, I mean, tools to find out what's the issue. So the minimizing things are there. Even if I say, if I'm not wrong, uh, as per the uh, HTML5, in every section we can have heading one, right? I mean, if I am wrong, please correct me, if viewers. My understanding is that as per the HTML5, every section will have, we can have H1 tag. But as per, I don't know, Google or maybe the SEO tool is suggesting that you can have only one H1 tag on the page, H1 tag on the page. So when I run that on this tool is suggesting that you have multiple H1 tag on that page, but I am having H1 tag on multiple sections, not but on the same page, but not on the same section. It is on the multiple sections. So these tools are suggesting that, saying that you are doing something wrong, you have done something wrong. Then I forcefully, when my teammates or my, when I come go to the my department head, I need to be answerable, that saying that H1 is multiple there, but I can't say that because they are not non technical persons. I need to understand. So based on that, I need to change that to convert into H1 tag. So these kind of things will get worry people. Things that okay, when using these things, our my site will not come up properly. There are many things when you when you after creating the website, there are many checklists available. I think there is a website, I think Joomla SEO, or maybe Joomla SEO beginners or .com, or some website is there, I don't remember actually. But there is a website is, I mean, even I think in the JoomShaper blog also, there is a blog also there for how to do proper SEO, or how, what is a checklist need to be done once you're done. From my part, I think the minifying CSS, minifying JSS has been doing from the uh, back end of the helix. On top of that, we can have any of the JCH optimize or many other extensions. You can go and minify. So for my website, I am getting almost 98 percentage over there. But when it comes to the mobile, then you need to play it completely different. Because when you comes to the page load time, and for the content loading, if there is a small jerking also, CLS, then it will be the marking will be slightly reduced. So you need to play different for the desktop version and the mobile version. You need to go to the Google page speed website and get a little understanding how they are working. In fact, if you check Google website, maybe Google Store website, go and check the page speed. Then you
Yeah,
can find.
that's the easiest way to do, right?
So you can see that even for the Google is coming with the Google page speed website, you just go and copy paste Google Store website and check the ranking, uh, ranking of the page speed of the Google. So then you can see that even Google Google is not optimized much enough. The Google is not even for 100% there. Then we are forcefully flying for the 100 mark there. But there are other websites. Even if you go for the Instagram or Apple, they are playing it's completely different. I mean, they are hiding so many things on there. They are reducing the picture size and similar kind of things they are doing. But I can see that we can also play with the SPB page builder. You can create, I mean, hide and show option is also there. I mean, hide for the mobile and hide for the tablet option is also there. But there are other options also available where we can optimize for the mobile. But at this time, it is not the time to for the lengthen the webinar. But make it. I mean, there are many options available. There are many articles on the internet you can go and check. But when I say the SEO thing, there are one more request for the JoomShaper team to do that. I think me and JoomShaper team need to be contacted with many of the extension developers, like if I name it, Route 66, then I mean Weebler for SEO, for SEF, for I think SH4 SEF is almost, I think it's working. So when you enable the Route 66 or something, that I think front end editing will become more difficult. But I think there is another override option is available there. But I believe JoomShaper team will talk soon with our these kind, I mean, extension developers to find out to override these issues. This is one more request from my side. So because this will also help the other users also once they install these extension for their SEO as well, and it will also help JoomShaper to fix that issues before its new customer has been raised.
Yeah, of course. That's already in our list. And apart from that, we always write blog posts for our users, and we already have some very important blog post about SEO and everything, so that user can see and they can have an idea how SEO works and how you can optimize your page speed and everything. And there are some fishy things that most people might be thinking that they are not doing wrong, but they are actually doing wrong, and that's image optimization and lazy loading. you know it's always good to optimize the image and then use it for a better page speed experience, and use the lazy loading when you don't need to load an image in the backend. Then you don't need to use it, right? You don't need to load it. It will definitely increase your page speed. And as of you already said at the very beginning, that SP Page Builder 4 is far more faster than the SP Page Builder 3. And
Yes.
it's definite, right? And if someone is using it more properly, then it will increase uh, exponentially, right? So do you have any experience of SP Page Builder 4? Like do you think that it creates some trouble of page loading speed, or it gives you a bad ranking in Google page speed? Do you have any ideas about that?
I mean, in fact, as I said that I have not completed the page developing in the SPB4. I mean, it is not live yet.
Yeah.
Then only I can comment
Mhm.
for saying that but I have test the page speed. I mean, the loading time has been improved compared to the SPB3, SPB4. The page loading time is entirely, I mean, it's, I can see that. And the console, I can see that it is improved. But if you say that like images, there are people tends to upload 3 MB or 4 MB image file directly to the website. So they have been they will not optimize that. So once, if there are many optimization tool available online, if you have a new tool there, just upload it over there and optimize the image, and or try to install any extension that can be converted into WebP for the best page speed as well. That's my advice. But make sure that you are not uploading an image, because they will directly download an image from any of the image bank website, and they, without editing, they, it will be comes with the time dimensions of 5000 into 6000 maybe HD quality. So they will blindly upload there, and the system will try to load that image with that specific size, and then they will reduce the size, but the image loading, I mean the image size will be similar. So these are the basic things we, an user needs to be find out. um, if you created a menu before publishing a website, create a checklist. Maybe there are many checklists available on the internet before going live, or what all the things, I mean, I'm not saying about the Joomla or any platform. If you are publishing any website, create a checklist that you have done this thing first, check, then second point you have done, check it, then you go to publish it. So make it a practice when you, before you going the web, going it live. It will help, because in, I mean, if you have not done it today, then after publishing the website, it will make more trouble. So then you need to go and redo all the works, and you need to read. I mean, maybe you create a staging server, maybe you have developed a local version, then again you need to upload. So first hand, you need to create a checklist, make sure that everything has been done properly, then publish the website, and do the next SEO part. Publish the, I mean, share the website, install the Google Analytics, and share the website. Check the Google Search Console. Check from the Google Search Console also, you will get an understanding what is your page speed. Do you need many other improvements? I mean, if they're not page, I mean, it's not improvement, just send a mail to Mundasir. He will help you to find out what's the issue.
Okay. All right. So you were excited about the e-commerce, as you said at the very beginning, right? So and you have already know that we have announced that we will uh, launch the e-commerce with the SP Page Builder Pro, uh, and they will get it for free uh, for now. So what do you think about it?
I mean, I mean, as I said, that in announcement was, it was a bombastic announcement to the community, and e-commerce add-on has been
Okay.
coming. My humble request, I mean, please have many more payment integrations. I mean, for here, if, I mean, rather than the PayPal, there should be, maybe people are losing from the European side, even from the Asian side. There should be an option. I mean, because as I said, I mean, here we, if I go to Joomla, it is hard to find an extension for Razorpay. PayPal is available. Stripe is, I think it's available. But for a single hand recipe, I think it is not available for Joomla 4. When I checked directly with the company, they said that you don't have a not much huge data, I mean, user base in India. Then why should they have to invest it on the development? But they have the ad, I mean the extensions for other CMS or other old CMS they have. I'm not naming it. Other old CMS they have, but they still have only the older version. My request to the fellow people that who are listening to this blog, if it's not JoomShaper, maybe, I mean, I'm not a developer. Those, if you have a developer, you have, if you have idea of how to create a component or a creative plugin, please try to develop more add-ons. If you are from India or if you're from the other part of the world, try to develop more components and more plugins to the, then only that's Joomla community can grow. If Joomla community needs to grow, we need to support the community, not I mean it's the larger view.
Of course, we need to support the community, and yeah, and you would be happy to know that the payment system, it will be a plugin based payment system. So uh, every payment system that is available in your continent can be used through our e-commerce platform. So it's not only for you, it's for all over the globe, for
Yeah,
every everyone from every community, every continent, they can use the payment system available on their continent. So uh, it will
it's
be
an
awesome,
exciting
right?
it's an exciting news. It's an exciting news because I'm looking forward for the using that. I mean, uh, the people who have only to sell some T-shirts or maybe a small business, they don't want to install any. I mean, other extension with the SPB page builder. If you can make it, I mean, you can create it with inside the SPB. I think it's an exciting feature. I'm looking forward to it to test it.
All right. Thank you, Varun. We are almost at the end of our today's session, so let's read some of the comments that our uh, viewers have. Uh, well, we have Prashant Videography, and he is asking, I recently checked Google speed testing site, and the quick install, you mean the quick start, JoomShaper template rating comes to about 50%. Any advice, please? Well, it shouldn't be like that. There might be some misunderstanding, or you have done something wrong. So you can basically talk to our tech team, and you can give them a message. You can create a post, and they will definitely help you out. And there's another thing. Sam Smith is asking that SP Page Builder 4, we need more tutorials on it. So yeah, here's the thing, Aaron. Do you think the tutorial gonna help the new users to adapt with it, or the advanced users, those who have been using SP Page Builder 3 for several years? Uh, Tutorials gonna help them to use SP Page Builder 4 and adapt with it.
Yeah, I mean, the documentation also helps, but the people don't have a patience to read the whole documentation and need to understand what is the functionality. So,
Yeah,
if you have a visual tutorial that explains the functionality, I mean, as you said, the layers functionality, what all the features will come over there, and if you have I mean, the toggle thing that the entire panel switching to the left side and right side, you can keep it a dock, how it's the functionality. So if you have a simple small videos, it will also help, because rather than reading or throughout the whole document, of course it will saves more time for the experienced backend users to convert to the SPB. My humble advice is that be patient, be stick with the SBB 3 right now, because anyway 3 for the rest 3 years it will be there. For you can try a staging version, try to migrate it, or try to create a new version from SB4, learn it, because I'm the learning, I mean, I have used my other front end editors, so for me it was moreover easy. I'm not say that it's a easy task for me to learn that, because whoever comes new will be very easy, but who are using the backend may have some issues to adapt from the backend to the front end thing. For me, if as a UI designer, I'm using this kind of front end things to drag and drop and create it, so I have a fairly understanding of there. So maybe more tutorials will help people to understand how the SPB, even for the um, small things, maybe each and every add-on. If I get time, I will also contribute to the community. I will also create more tutorials and share to the community to get an understanding of a SPB page builder, maybe from starting from installing to the creating a website. So let's hope that I will upload, because I'm not hoping that I will upload, because I see that a huge potential over the SBB for there in for there. Only thing is that I am trying to pending of 20% of testing is pending over there. 80% is almost done. So once the 20% is done, I will release short videos to get into understanding where to done. Not rather than for the SB4, I can see that even for the Helix also, JoomShaper needs to release that some short videos, because still I can see many of the comments saying that full width menu, off canvas menus, how to show that, because these are all inside the features. Maybe if I see a point that is Helix will come up with multiple page variations. Some people don't know still. They only check says that they have personally pinged me. Oh, only Helix coming with only page variations. I know. I will say that no, there are multiple variations over there. You need to go there and click it. So people may not instantly, they will not check it. So that is not their fault as well. Maybe something is missing. Maybe more tutorials will attract SPB 4 to move eventually.
Okay, so tutorial is helpful, uh, undoubtedly, and we will definitely be working on it. And we have a plan to release some tutorials, and you are always welcome. Arun, as you said, that you will be working on some tutorials as well for your YouTube channel. So do that. We wish you all the best, because it definitely be helpful for the community, for the Joomla community all around the globe. And Arun, with that saying, we are almost at the end of our today's session, today's webinar. So thank you very much for your time. And do you have any last words to share with us?
I mean, first, the last, I mean, thank you for calling me for this webinar. The first thing, so addressing to the Zoom Shaper community. If any of, I mean, many of the people know me personally, they have pinged me on my Facebook or there. If you have any need any help, which I can do, I will surely I will help it. The next thing is that the in the Joomla forum, please avoid that back end editing or thing. Still, I mean, you can fight for the back end editing. I don't think so. It is coming. I don't think it is coming back. Yeah, maybe it's good for still for the, because if you're seeing visually something and editing. It is something more interesting rather than going to back end and coming and see the front end. um, my hub, it's my personal opinion, don't don't come to my page and say that you are saying that the front end is good, the back end is not good. I mean, back end is almost good, but when you come to the front end editing, it is really a viewing and doing the creating the website is another experience. When you're doing the back end and you coming to the front end and doing the website is another experience. So more, so do try to install a backup option, or maybe JoomShaper can have a online there, and go install SBB4 there and play as an instance, or maybe download on a local machine. Try to play around most of the all add-ons. First of all, I think you need to play around to understand where the layers are coming, even in the layers panel. And even in the toolbox, there are many small icons are there. So what's the use of it? So make an understanding of the toolbox and the canvas area. Then you can see that whenever you hover any of the add-ons, you can see the small settings. Even you don't need to go to the main settings, you can instantly edit on that place itself. So go there and see the experience. I hope JoomShaper also will release some tutorials in future very soon. I will also upload the tutorials to learn SBB 4 and even Helix and even other Joomla tutorial as well. So thank you for all the people who are listening my webinar, maybe my talk. And once again, thank you, JoomShaper team, for inviting me.
Yeah, we are honored. We are honored to be you with us. for today's webinar. And thank you, Arun. Thank you, Arun, for putting you on to the user's shoes and talk about the user's perspective and SP Page Builder 3, 4, Helix 2, 3, and Helix Ultimate, and the entire journey. And we wish you all the best for your upcoming days, and for the tutorials you're going to make, and for the websites you build for your clients. And
Okay.
we hope that our webinar helps the people to understand how page builders and frameworks can help them to go global. And with that saying, we appreciate you, everyone signing in, and hope you learned everything about page builders and frameworks. And Arun, thank you very much once again for being with us. It's been nice talking to you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.